welcome to our nail session with
Roxanne.
what's your nail thing called again?
It's called After Hours.
After Hours. Okay. So in this episode, you guys, this is actually probably the second episode, first episode, whatever. But it's the official first episode of this podcast. What you're gonna be hearing from this podcast is a lot of things, to be honest. But I've come up with this. I asked her to come today, and I said we're gonna make a content about, because we talk a lot, you guys. So we're gonna just honestly, I was like, we might as well start recording this whole damn session because it's a waste of a fucking content, or it's a waste of a fucking words, or you know, if we don't if we don't what's it called, record it, because we've been meaning to do a podcast together. But this is not the first time we actually went on video or YouTube or whatever talks, because if you looked in my YouTube channel, which I will be dropping down there, we've had a video together where we were eating food mukbang. So this is another session of that with her again. Y'all like the whole deep talks we got going on over there, so we're gonna have to have a second part two. This is part two, but I feel like it's gonna keep going because it's gonna progress. So this is the official podcast session, where it might continue to be this way or something else. So we're gonna just move along. But today, what we're gonna do, explain what we're gonna do today, babe.
We are gonna do, what do you mean, like nails? We're gonna do her nails. It's long overdue, and we're just gonna talk about anything and, and everything.
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything.
Ananya's supposed to be here, but you know.
But you know, she's gonna be here next time.
Yeah, so this is gonna be how it is and how the setup of what the podcast is gonna be like. I don't know really how the podcast is gonna progress, but this is my first ever attempt of recording podcast officially, because why not?
Why not?
So look at you. You guys can see the whole mic out here. Period. And we got the whole setup of the nails and whatnot. But we're gonna surprise you what the nails looks like. But eventually, we're just gonna.
I forgot to ask you about the dock.
What dock?
I
gave it to you, no? Ano ibigay sa'yo?
Ito B. I'm sorry.
Gosh. Sorry. But yeah, so we're gonna start doing our nails, and then we're just gonna start going and
doing things,
life.
You know.
Yeah. So what's your inspired nails that you're gonna be doing today?
I'm gonna be doing the mirror chrome nails for you, cause you know, I want you to live like a baddie that you are. Period. Also, because I have a feeling that when she starts, what do you call that? Being out there. Diba? I have a feeling that I'm never gonna be able to do not never gonna be able to do anything. It's just basically I won't be able to freestyle anymore. It's gonna be based on what you like. Cause once you're out there, I have to make sure that it's by events. I have to make sure by everything, you know, like by theme. So I'm just taking advantage.
She's a jack of all trades. She has talent for everything that she does. She could put whatever. She could start something and make it like what's it called? Her own fucking, like she's been doing it for like the rest of her life type of vibe, you know? But yeah.
But you know, thank God for my friends for allowing me to use them as my guinea pig. But don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt them.
But yeah, so let's start with talking about what inspired you really to start going after like your art, because this is an art, right? Like this is, I think,
honestly, it's like the people around me. If I didn't have like supportive people around me, like I would be spending my time, but like, are you sure? Am I sure? Like, is this really what I should do? Is this really good? Like, is this really like, is it really worth it? Am I really that good? You know?
So like, I guess having people that actually believe in you, you start believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's like, because you would have days where you don't like believe in yourself, and like you wouldn't understand like the things that you're doing, if it's okay, if it's like proper, if it's something that you actually want to do. And then there would be people around you that would tell you that, bro, it's worth it to, you know,
To take
your
care.
art is worth it to take care of it and to do. So it basically helps me to kind of see it from their point of view. You know?
You make it like as a mirror.
Yeah,
of-
yeah. So like
of what other people see, because I guess when it comes to our own art or our own talent or our own self, it's hard to see it from your own perspective.
Yeah.
Like you become your own worst critics, they say.
Yeah.
Like you don't really have some sort of like you don't like, you become your own like
hard critic.
yeah, like you become your own hater, because
Yeah.
you become so insecure about
The things that you do, what
That
makes
you
you,
do.
because there's a lot of things that you ask about yourself whenever you're starting a business, like whenever you're starting anything, to be honest, like what makes my shit different than others. But
that's fine. What the fuck, you can curse from this podcast.
period.
That's one thing about this podcast, you just gotta be you, okay? No rules out here, okay?
Yeah, so like, yeah, that's one thing. It's like you question like what makes mine different, and then you have other people tell you that, you know, yours is so different, like, and then you get to see it in a way that they see it. So it's like, oh, okay, if my people believes that it's actually something that's different, why don't I believe it myself, right?
I think it also comes down to like, we have our own version of uniqueness to us, and like, yes, when it comes to talent or business or whatever, people the reason why a lot of people doubt it is because they think like everybody's doing it. For example, like if you open up I don't know, like for example, my business, I opened up a beauty business where I make products of lip gloss, I'm like, everyone would say, like in the beginning, people would say, oh, everybody has tried that, or everybody has already, like Rihanna has that, Kylie Jenner has that. Like what makes your product different than any other people? I'm like, what people don't understand is each business or each thing that you put your mind to is you have your own way of presenting it. And it's like, for example, like McDonald's and Burger King, they sell the same products, but what makes it different is that McDonald's burger does not taste the same as Burger King. And some people are into Burger King, some people are gonna go to McDonald's. Yes, they sell the same products, but it's not about selling the same thing. It's about how you're gonna advertise or market your own products based off of your own like uniqueness, you know, like basis of your own thing. Like for example, with your nail stylist, your nail tech, there's a lot of million fucking people that do nails, but what makes your art different than other people? It's you. It's your art. It's
I was just
see
about to say that if anybody asks you like what's different than what you do, you tell them me.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm the difference, because it's
That's
not
the
like
difference.
basically like, let's say you're doing your lip gloss, so like it's you that's different, because Kylie Jenner does not have the same mindset as you, or like, you know what I mean, like the same thoughts, the same things, like everything's different. You know, you're the difference. So that's what I tell people, like, don't, oh, that's what my boyfriend told me.
What did your boyfriend tell you?
That's what he said. He was just like, you know,
So
it's you.
my next question is, how important to have a partner or friends that support you? Like, what's the difference between having people that are put like, how can you differentiate, and how can you differentiate certain people that are in your life that's putting you down when it comes to, because opening up a business or starting a business or starting something in general, it's very scary.
Yeah.
It's a risk that people, it's so hard to take when it comes to like starting something new or something that people don't really have, a lot of people don't have a courage to do so, right? So when you start doing something, like, you start to question things and whatnot, and it really affects, when you start something, it's very scary, and then the people around you, is having people around you is very important. But what's the difference between, like, having a partner that supports you, having a friend that supports you, or having people that don't support you? Like, how do you fight that? Like, what is your
honestly, it's just it doesn't depend on, like, it doesn't depend on me. I guess I just got very lucky with the friends that I surround myself with the partner that I have. I'm just very lucky in that department, because they make sure, you guys make sure that you guys are louder. Like, you guys make sure that you guys are louder than anything negative outside of you. Like, you make your voices heard more than the negative thoughts and negative things that's like right in front of me. Like, even if they try to be louder, you make sure you guys take into your own account to make sure that I hear you more than like the negative things. So that's why, honestly, nothing bothers me.
What do you do to cancel those negativity noises out? Like, what works for you?
I just think of the people that I'm around with, honestly.
Like, what do you mean?
Like I just think of them that, why would one thing that doesn't even, that I don't even know, that doesn't even know me that way, or that something hasn't even experienced the thing,
you wouldn't let that affect you because they don't know you.
Who are
like
they
that
in my life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really a big
also
deal.
like not seeking validations from other people is what's important, because it's not like, she's using all her own new products out here. So we're out here doing things. Period. Oh, my lavender. This is the lavender brushette. Oh, this is the lavender cuticle, which makes your nails. Promote this shit, girl.
Sky.
Yeah, so she uses products that are actually very healthy for your nails. So just letting you guys know. Fly her out.
Yes. Body out.
Book your own, like, nails.
I wish you guys could smell this shit. You smell it?
Oh, it smells so good. Right? It smells very lavendery.
Lavendery.
It's the lavender for me.
It's the lavender for me. See?
Cute. Oh,
yes. You gotta hire me out. I'm gonna make your life lavendery.
Pagka. So okay, but back to that one. I would say for me, what helps me the most to like cancel out all the negativity when it comes to my business or starting something, like, say, like for my career, like when I did my career, a lot of people would say, a lot of background noises is saying like, you're not gonna make it, you won't make it, da, da, da. Or what do you, like, I've heard people say like, I've heard so many negativities where people tell me like, what's it, like, your business, it's the same as this one, it's the same as that one, Did that affect me? Really? No, because I felt like I wasn't really doing it for those people. I'm doing it because most of the time the people that support you are not even the people, are not even like, I guess, your closest surroundings per se. I just happen to have a very, very important crowd, like, and very supportive crowd like you guys, where I can differentiate between where I can differentiate between people that are actually true. And also when you start something for yourself, that's when you kind of start knowing who your real friends are and who your real supportive is. Because some people would just like be friends for you, but when you start something, you'll notice how they act, or you notice how they like project their own jealousy and
around, yeah,
you know, they
it's
start
some things that they don't like, they believe that they can't do, and that's
so when
that's
someone
why
does it,
when someone does it, it's like, oh,
they
no,
shit
it's
on
not.
it.
Yeah, they shit on it
Because
they see themselves in you, like the version of
projecting.
somebody that's taking a leap of faith.
And it's like, how could she do it? But like, I get it. It's really hard to just like, you know, to start.
Right? Syempre, because, you know, can't have you wrist breaking. Well, I don't know what's it called, the injury thing.
So it's Tagalog in English version out here.
Yeah.
But you're gonna hear us speaking Tagalog-ish, but it's not necessary. You guys don't really need to know what we're talking about because we're talking shit. Ina mo naman, oh.
Yan na naman siya sa ano. Oh, wala yan.
Ganyan.
Oh, and then go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the worst client. What was I saying?
Oh, like us talking in Tagalog.
Oh, like the other one that my point. Oh yeah, I felt when I started doing what I'm doing now in life, I figured that I can differentiate people that are rooting for me and the people that are actually jealous and envy. You know?
That's so sad.
You can
though.
see that some people are naturally genuinely support and love you, and some people are just there because they're just there.
Honestly, like,
It's like in yeah.
I just feel so bad for the people who like project their inner insecurities to others, because like, especially where I'm at right now in my life, whenever somebody like come to me and try to hate on me, it's like, genuinely, are you okay? like genuinely, like I'm actually like that's coming from a genuine heart. Like, I just want to know, like, who hurt you?
Yeah, like exactly. Like
you
who
know,
hurt you, sir, miss?
and it's like, it's not even like, when I ask that, like, who hurt you, it's, I don't want it to become like a passive aggressive thing. Like, yeah, when I ask you that, sit with me and literally tell me this story about your life, about your whole family.
Like, what's your trauma?
Like,
who made you feel neglected or hurt for you to project your insecurities to me?
Like, let's unpack this baggage, you know?
Let's make this a therapy.
Yeah, let's do that, cause like, it's not me trying to fix you. It's just that I want everybody to heal. I want everybody to just understand themselves, basically.
Right.
And I know I sound like it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to understand myself, and I kept denying myself of that. But one thing I'm gonna say is that bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself. You know,
because who would you actually bet on? Like yourself. Like you won't be able to get to where you want to be if you don't start, like, if you don't tell yourself, you know what, fuck this. The moment you tell yourself I deserve better, and the moment you tell yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna you know, I personally, I'm a risk taker. I feel like you got one life, so like you said, bet on yourself. What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing can happen is it might not work out, but you know what, at least you tried.
And that's where it starts, the self-loving, you know, the loving yourself, like trusting yourself and all that, like just taking a leap of faith, just believing in you, that it may be uncomfortable, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It will be uncomfortable, but just think of it this way: it gets better. I mean, it gets worse before it gets better. It's not linear. It's not like you bet on yourself today and then tomorrow everything's fine. No, it's a long process.
It's a very long process, but it's a very worth.
Yeah, here's what I'm gonna say: be okay with being uncomfortable. Yeah. That's gonna help you a lot in everything.
Life.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world full of like uncertainty, and we don't really know what the future holds. And that's the crazy thing about it, is that we don't know what could happen tomorrow. So what's like, it's like I see a lot of people that say like, well, it might not work out. How would you know? If you can entertain the thought of it's not gonna work out, why can't you entertain the thought that what if it works out?
Yeah.
Right? Because what if it does?
Yeah.
Then at least you could get to say, yeah, I fucking did that shit, bro. I did it. But if you keep entertaining the thought of like it's not gonna work out, well, guess what? It is not gonna work out. It's really, it comes like a lot with how your mindset and how you program your mind into thinking that you are able to achieve and do everything you want in life if you believe in yourself. If you program your mind that everything is gonna work out. You know? It's not my mind.
And to whoever that's having a career crisis,
oh yeah, there's a lot. I've been
take that jump.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's a comfort that they're scared of, and we've both been in that place where.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone last night, but like, you know, what I was saying is that take that, like, it's okay, don't rush, don't worry about anything else, but always, like, the moment you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, don't try to push yourself to do it, because if you push yourself to do it, you're gonna get burnt out. That's where your mentality starts declining, because it's no longer something that that's serving your purpose or anything at all. It's not something that you want to do anymore. So like, basically, just take the jump. Don't be scared. You'll be fine. You're gonna cry, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. Based on my experience and based on our experience, like I personally quit a job because what happens to people is like it's like a midlife crisis. It's a career crisis where they feel like if they lose their job, they'll never find anything better. They'll it's like a thought of like, what if what if it doesn't work out? Like I need money. I heard a lot of people say or any person that I speak to sometimes, when I tell them like, if you think that like, you know, this is not serving you any good, like just, you know, find a better, like, you know, way. I hope it's easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done, but you're not gonna be able to know once you do it, right? Because like the thought of them leaving a job means it's like that's it, it's over, like their life is over. They're not gonna have no money. They're not. Who says that? Like the thing is, in life, in order to open new doors, you have to close certain chapters or certain doors. But how would you be able to open a new door if you don't close another one?
Exactly.
You know, so it's just the thought of them, like it's the fear that's blocking them. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of not having to make it if they lose their job. But the thing is, the way I see it, if you're meant to do something bigger, and if you're meant to do something, whatever you want to do, whether it's small, big, whatever, I don't even want to label it, but if you're meant to do something that you want, or what makes you like feel more purposeful, you have to let go of things, situations, jobs, career, whatever it is that's blocking you into stepping into that version of you that, you know, that can feel fulfillment, right?
Yeah.
I will
tell you. Yeah. Sorry. It starts with you and it ends with you.
Yeah.
So everything is always, you know, people don't like saying everything is always about you. Like the thing is, there's two plays. There's a narcissist. There's a borderline between being a narcissist and actually just believing in yourself. Yeah. So when I say it's all about you, what I meant is like everything in your life, you are the main character. Everything you do is
not in a narcissistic way. No, this is different. We're gonna talk about that in a different video, but this is more like betting on yourself.
Yeah, betting on yourself, believing in yourself, knowing your worth, and like honestly, like getting to know yourself. You know, like boundaries, personal boundaries with everybody. It's just literally make everything about yourself. Just make sure it's in the right time and the right place.
Because when you do, you stop caring about what other people think, and you stop seeking validations from other people. Because it's really, I think, like, that's what's stopping people so much, is that the fear of judgments of other people. But in reality, why do you really care so much about what the approval of other people in your life? Because it's not their life, it's your life.
And when you die,
What are they really gonna do?
When you leave, those comments are not gonna matter. Their thoughts and opinions of you, of who you are as a person, it's not gonna matter. The only thing that's gonna matter when you pass away is your thoughts in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you're at the end of your deathbed.
Vessel.
Yeah. In your deathbed, you're gonna be thinking about the things that you yourself did. You don't want to be thinking about all the things that you did is worry about other people.
Yeah.
And not worry about yourself.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be dying and be like, oh my god, what about this girl? Did she think that bro, I'm gonna think about what I did in life that made me feel alive at some point. Like, if I know if I'm dying, I'm gonna think about all the memories I've made, all the risks I've made, all the things I've done, not what other people did, or not what, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I guess it's just, it comes down a lot with, like, knowing that you're like the main character of your own story, and other people's stories, their own characters, so the people around you are just characters in your story. Don't make them the main character of your own story, because then if you do,
you're just supporting actors.
You live for them, but you don't live for other people. You live for you. I mean, there's a difference. Like, you live for people that you love, for sure, but you live for you to be there for those people, like, you gotta, like, take care of your own self, gotta fill in your own cup so you can be there
other people.
for people, so you can try to fill in their own cup, per se, but you won't be able to do that if you're just doing it out of, like, if you're so empty and doing it because you're doing it for the sole purpose. That's literally, it comes down to, like, the careers. Sometimes you do it because you think that you have to give yourself all to this job, or this whatever it is that you're working for, where it's, in reality, you're the valuable person or employee or whatever it is to them. It's not them being, it's not the other way around.
No.
It's not them adding to your it's not
purpose,
it's the job being added to the value of you. So if you think that this is not valuable enough anymore, leave. That means there's better things that are coming your way. Just like I was working at a 9-to-5 job, and I don't have nothing against 9-to-5 job, of course, because I've been in a 9-to-5 job and I still work right now. I was working at this corporate job for years of my life. I was making money. I was making, like, good money when it comes to, I'm able to pay my bills, I'm able to, whatever. But the job itself was not serving me any purpose in life. I was mentally drained. It was not making me feel, it doesn't really make me feel good every time I walk into that door or whatever. It was,
you can want to get out.
I want to get start. And it's like, sometimes you think about it, like, yes, we want to be financially stable, you want to be financially this, but I feel I'll only feel rich when I am doing something in life purposeful and that serves me purpose, and that that makes me feel more abundant when it comes to financial. It comes to you, financial comes to you when you're doing something you love. And money sometimes it does matter, but money sometimes is not the whole, what do you call it, it's not what it's like. You don't, like, basically make it the center of your life, per se, because when you're doing a job, so let's say, okay, money is great, like, money is something that you want to be like, you want to be financially stable, of course.
Exactly.
Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want to be financially stable? Who doesn't want to be financially free? Oh my god, time to wake up. It's like, you want to be financially free, but you don't also want to be doing something that doesn't feel good, because then the money that you're making for that whatever it is, it doesn't even feel great after, because then you have to go back to work and then dread yourself, and yes, you're making money, but does it really make you happy?
Yeah.
You see a lot of people that are making money in this type of, like, I don't know, corporate, whatever, but you see them miserable. Yes, they have money, but they're miserable. So is it really the money, or is it something that you're doing? Because I left the job of a 9-to-5 job, corporate job, for years. I was working there, and every single day, bro, I was dead. Like, I felt like I was just not living.
You felt like a robot.
Yeah, I felt like I was just some sort of like a what's his name? It's like I'm not living, you know. So it's like I felt like I was just doing it because of the money, and I didn't want to do it just for the money, you know. If I'm gonna do something for the money, I'd rather do something that I like, you know. I'm not gonna fucking just do it just for the money, but I'm not happy. So the money doesn't really give me any happiness. The job doesn't give me happiness. So when the money comes, I'm just like, yes, it pays my bills, but then I come into work and I'm still miserable. So what is it really? Like, is it really the money, or is it is it what you're doing, whatever, right? So I said, fuck it. Yeah. I quit my job. And I had no job for 3 months straight. And
that's okay.
There was no money coming in, but somehow I survived. You know why? Because God got me. The universe got me. It's about believing the programming of your mind. We were programmed in this life to be a slave.
I don't know who asked me
of the system.
Somebody asked me lately, what's my purpose? I said to exist and to live. Because that's what, from what I know, I'm supposed to just live and exist. Period. That's my purpose. So don't, honestly, like, a lot of people think about, what's my purpose? Like, what? Don't think about it. Yeah. Your purpose is to live. Yeah. That's what it is.
It's as simple as that.
And whatever comes with it, it's a bonus.
But when you start living for yourself, you start to do things that you like. That you start to do things that what's it called? That caters to your soul. You know, like, you stop kind of doing things that dread you or make you feel bad about everything. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that when you realize that your purpose is to live, is you start doing things that makes you feel alive. Yeah. You know, whatever that means to you. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. That's why, like, don't spend too much time in your head. As easy as, I mean, it sounds easy, right? But trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy. But what I'm saying is, the only reason I'm saying this is, once that chance is in your head, like, should I do? Yes. Once you start asking, yes is always the answer. You know, but not in a good way, guys, because y'all's generation, when I say do it, when people say do it, you'll immediately think, no, don't do that. But I mean, like, this generation, the videos that I see on TikTok, so, like, people would say something, like, nice, motivational, and people would be like, just do it. And then there would be a stitch. There would be a stitch, like, oh, just do it. You know, like, just do it. Like, they would do that. And then I was like, that's not what we mean.
We mean, like, to live.
Yeah.
To live for yourself, not to die.
To die, you know?
Don't be dying, you know? Fuck.
Yeah, don't be fucking...
But I was like, what if I don't want to live anymore? What would your answer be? What if I don't want to live anymore? What your answer? What do you think you can give someone that tells you, hey, I don't feel like living anymore?
No, you want to live. You just want the pain to stop. You just want the hardship to stop. You just want every difficulties that you're facing at that moment to stop. You want to live. And I know you do, because I've been there. And I finally figured it out that I wanted to live. I just wanted it to stop. So don't do it, because I've been in front of what do you call that? English ni kamatayan?
That.
The Grim Reaper or whatever that is.
What is that? What is that?
The kamatay.
The dead.
So the dead, like I've been right in front of its door, and every time, like those moments that I was right in front of its door, I was just like, I was scared when I was in that space, and I attempted. It was when I already done it. I was like, fuck, why did I do it? I don't want to do this. Like, you know, there's a lot of things that goes in your head, and it's like, nobody ever wants to die. Y'all just want it to stop, you know? And that's why, like, stop living inside your head too much. Just because everybody has a mental illness, don't jump into a bandwagon to, like, it's not cool. It's not cool to have it, guys. It's not fun. It's not a brand. It's not a thing.
It's not a trend.
It's not a trend.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to, especially as someone that did things, it's hard to speak to, after doing it and failing, it's hard to speak to your parents. Because my mom looked at me the moment I stopped doing it. My mom would always look at me like she's tiptoeing around me. Like, you know, even talking to me and everything. So guys, love yourself a little.
I think it comes a lot down to, like, when you start loving yourself, you start working on yourself, you start to think that I deserve to live. You know, that you start thinking that, you know what, life isn't actually that bad. Because, like, it's like what the bad things that happens, or any feelings or emotions that makes the pain so painful, are mostly temporary. Feelings are temporary.
Look at it this way. You know, look at it this way, guys. Just come into an acceptance of what you're going through. I'm going through something worse right now, but think of it as a privilege to experience such emotions. You know,
that makes me feel alive.
Because I'm
such a privilege. I like
as hard as it sounds for some people to hear, we are spiritual beings experiencing human things, you know. So
I like that. Yeah.
Just
we're like a vessels in this world, and we all have souls, and we're very spiritually connected with whatever out there, whatever you believe in, whether that be, I don't know, whatever you believe in, faith wise, religion. I don't want, you know, but at the end of the day, we are here for a purpose. We really do. And as fucked up or as hard as it may for you to believe, is that we are really here. We are put in this world, or either you chose to be on earth or you don't, but you are here. You're already here. You are meant to live. You have some sort of a purpose, whatever that means to you. Because a lot of people I hear is like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't even have an ambition. I don't even know what to do.
That's the thing.
But like, maybe the point of it all is that we probably, because like they have this pressure of
thinking that they need to have a
some sort of like some ambition or some dreams or some big dreams for them to, like, you know what I mean? But really, what if your purpose is just to live, like you said? What if your purpose is just to exist in this human vessel and learn what a human experience actually is, so you can ascend to, you know,
to your life,
to the next fucking lifetime or whatever, if you go to heaven or whatever you believe in. But like, maybe that's the point of it, is that we are here to learn what a human experience is like, and for us to realize that I know. Did you know that I think? Well, I know kind of like in my level of my spirituality. I think that um we are. It's like Earth is such a like it's a school. Like it's a big school. Like, we are here to learn certain things and lessons and stuff like that in life so we can elevate. It's like level 1, level 2. I even like see it as not a game per se, but life is somehow a game where you ascend and you level up in life. But in order to do so, you have to be able to elevate and love yourself and learn the things that you need to learn, and whatever the life or whatever we're here for, we're supposed to learn some sort of like human experience so we can ascend to the next dimension or whatever.
Like honestly, the question that you should always ask yourself is, what do I want? Instead of asking yourself, what's my purpose? Ask yourself, what do I want? That's your purpose.
Yeah.
Is what you want.
So much pressure, dude.
To be done. Yeah, like
don't put too much pressure. It's fine.
Like
I don't even.
I'm not from here. Like
I'm not from here. Where are you from?
Like I'm
from different planet.
Different planet.
Yeah, I'm not from here. I'm an alien. I'm just kidding. I actually no, I'm not joking.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. I'm not from here. But we're just spiritual. Like we're just a soul or spirit in this human vessel to experience human life, what a human feels like, what humanity is and whatnot, right? And people don't understand that. I feel because I believe in God, I feel like God, the universe, whatever you freaking call it from your own perspective, you take it as you want it. But I think for me is God is a big source of, I call God as a source of everything, source of energy. So everything is energy for me. So like we are all connected energetically, and that I feel like there's really, it's not that complicated. Like
it's really not.
You know, like you just aligned your energy with things that you want to align yourself with, you know.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It's just don't overthink it.
No,
just live life like it's your last day, really. I feel like, you know?
But for real though,
it really is, because you never know what's gonna happen, guys. Like life is short for you to be worrying about things that is out of your control, and life is too short for you to live for someone else. Is that life is too short for you to live like miserably. Life is too short to be living like you're worried too much about what the future holds. Live like as if this is the day, this is the moment, this is your moment. So just, you know,
like who worries about you? You know,
what'd you say?
Who worry about you? If you worry about everyone else, everything else, who worries about you? It's only you. At the end of the day, it's only you that you need to really accommodate.
Because in all reality, people really don't give a fuck about you.
They really don't.
Like,
they really don't.
You think people care, but really no. They care about themselves. Sometimes they have their own inner dialogues and inner fucking problems within themselves.
Yeah.
And nobody really spend time thinking about you. Yeah. So
why are you spending time thinking
about
other
them?
People?
Maybe they don't even fucking, you know. It's just life, bro. Like
live for you.
Live for you.
Always choose you. Period.
Anyways. So what makes you happy? What do you think is your happiness? What's like
right now?
Yeah.
In what way? Like I have different.
What lights you up?
What lights me up?
In terms of. what makes you feel like alive, since we're talking about feeling like
Yo, you know what's funny? I was driving here and I was like, I'm gonna tell Tracy this, that lately I've been feeling so alive. Yeah.
it's such a strong statement coming from you, to be honest. It makes me feel proud to hear you things like this, because you've come such a long way in life. You've come such a long way in life. Your journey has been very what's it called?
Hasn't been very like smooth for the past.
Like, yeah, exactly.
You know.
Who does though? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And like,
makes me feel alive. Honestly, I choose to be happy. I choose to feel alive. That's like every day.
It's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice.
It really is.
So like, it's coming from me. It's not coming from anyone, like anything and anyone. The resource that I'm getting that from is myself. Like,
and that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's what makes it a lot more powerful, because that's a level of self-worth, self-love, self-feeling, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you've worked on yourself enough to know that you are your own source of happiness. And that's, I think for me, that's very powerful.
Yeah. Cause like,
Really.
listen, I don't like my job. Like, I like my job. I don't like the people.
But do you choose to focus on the fact
Yeah.
that you don't like it, or do you focus on the fact that...
Exactly. But I go in there and I'm like, hi, how are you? Like, I say hi to everyone and everybody, unless I don't like you. I always have a strong reason for me not to like you.
Yeah. Me too.
I always have a strong
Actually, it's so
reason.
hard for me to not like, I like people. So if
like
I
people.
don't like you, you must probably ask yourself why.
Yeah, why? Because I'm friendly to everybody and everyone.
Exactly. Like, it's not hard to please me as a person, but if
No.
you're unkind, rude, and disrespectful, and racist, and everything in the fucking book that makes you like a miserable human being, I don't feel the need to associate myself with you, right? So, just, yeah.
So, yeah. Like, and if you are somebody that, like hates me, and then you just, like, I don't acknowledge you or anything like that, or anything, like, if I just, like, ever, if I don't like you, you don't like me, don't worry about me. You know? Don't watch me. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Because, like, yourself.
Because, like, you're only putting yourself in a hole that you shouldn't be in. Like, heal, babe.
Yes, that's what I tell people that
Heal.
are not in alignment with me and very disrespectful and whatnot. My response to the negativity nowadays is like, I hope you heal. Because I really do hope you heal. Because fuck, I don't know what type of fucking fuckery you've been through for you to be miserable and such a fucking for you to feel miserable so that you actually do things to other people to project your own miserability. Is that the word? I hope you heal. So I hope you heal all these inner traumas. I hope because I'm a very understanding person.
Yeah.
You know? Like I have a very strong self-awareness of why people the way they are. You know. So when you do encounter people that are so fucking mean for no reason, you start to ask, what? Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Like, honestly, if you hate me, you don't like me, or something like that, or like, I don't know, you have issues, you have an invisible issues with me. Trust me, I'm not spending time thinking about you. I'm also not also spending time hating on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm spending my time with, if I am thinking about you, when I think about you, because I'm not gonna fucking sit here and say I don't think about you every day. There are some days when I think about you. But trust me, it's not the hate. It's the feeling of me being sad for you. And that's like, if somebody tell me, no, really though, but if
Sad
somebody
for you.
tell me and comes up to me, I'm so sad for you, it like
That would hurt
genuinely
me. I would be like,
breaks
"What?
my heart.
Why?"
Yeah, like it makes me like, if somebody came up to me and said like, I'm so sad for you, bro, I'm gonna be like, bro, is my life that miserable?
Yeah.
somebody
You
to
start to
be
question yourself. Why the
So
fuck?
sad for me. That's why, baby girl, baby boy, whoever you are,
Heal.
heal.
You really, yeah. I feel like that's what scares people a lot.
That's
Is
what
that
yeah.
when they start healing, they start to face all their demons,
Oh,
all the things that they've been suppressing, all the things that hasn't been, you know,
so you know
they don't
you're
want to
sick.
walk down the memory lane
Lane.
per se, so that
Mhm.
they try to escape from it, run away from it. So in the midst of all of that, they feel the need to just like
Just
like, 'cause-
oh.
like just just to kind of like forget who they truly are as a person. So they choose to be
that.
that person because they don't want to
You know
be,
how I
they
said
don't want to be better, so
No.
they're comfortable being the miserable person that they are. So they start to project things, they start to do bad things, they start to do things that are not even.
You know how yesterday I was like telling you that like someone like said they're scared to get closer to you.
Who said that? Oh, to me?
Yeah. And I told you you're a mirror. What I meant is that I have like, this has been many cases in your life where people are scared to get closer to you, and I'm telling
They
you,
feel
because you're
intimidated.
no, I don't
it's
think
that.
so. It's that like they feel like some sort of like when they go to you with like therapy session, when they go to you for advices, it isn't about them being scared of you. It is about them being scared of themselves because you're a mirror.
You know, this is not the first time I've heard that. I've heard so many people say, "I'm so scared of you,"
Mm-hmm.
and then
There's been so many cases where people are scared of you.
I'm just like, "But why?" And then
because they see themselves, that like the broken part of themselves when they're talking to you. Yeah.
So like I trigger them or something?
Yeah, because there's some questions like, you know, you ask conversations that are like very uncomfortable.
It
like
hits,
that. Yeah, it hits home. Yeah.
I remember my other friend saying like, she's like, yeah, she triggered me so much that I had to let it out. It's not that I'm trying to trigger them. It's like, yeah, like you said,
It's
like
just
a mirror.
you. It's a mirror. You're a mirror. You're a mirror of it, and that's a blessing, to be a mirror of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like it's not like, I'm not saying that in like a twin flame type of thing. I'm saying that in like in general, it's a blessing to have to be a mirror, because everyone that comes in your life, you put them in the right place. That's why. And I think that, you remember I was telling you to like just let him be around. Like he was like, it's okay. Like for some reason he has that, he feels the need to be in your presence.
He did say that.
Because yeah,
one thing that he said to me that really stuck in my head, that he was like, I want you in my life because you make me learn things about myself that I never knew I'm able to access, and I want to be able to do what you're doing to me for myself. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like he's like trying to find that strength that I'm kind of opening it up, like it's like a door that I was kind of like, it was been closed for a while, that I tried to open, and he somehow felt like, oh my god, never thought this still exists, you know? So I guess.
And that's why, like, I was telling you that, like, I mean, that's why I'm saying that people are uncomfortable to be around you, because they start becoming more they start becoming more aware of their situation. And not everyone is like okay with that, to face themselves. It's like talking to you forces them to face themselves, the true. And you know what you know how I know, because I experienced it with you.
Yeah.
I was forced to look at myself and literally reflect on myself, and that's part of the reason that I am where I am, you know. And like, I'm gonna tell you this, I know you don't give yourself enough credit
for cry on my first podcast.
I know you don't oh no, it's all you. Yes, it is all me, but you had such a bigger impact in the change of my mentality right now, where it's healthy. You do, because I was driving here and I was thinking about all the things that like, I was just thinking about our friendship and stuff. I do that a lot, to be honest with you. And then like, I was even talking to you in the car, even though you're not in the car. I was telling you that you have no idea how impactful you have been in my life. And I know you always say, oh, it's not me, it's all you, like, but it's also you, you know. I had a conversation with someone last night, about someone, a best friend of them. So the best friend is going through something, and he, like, the best friend is using some sort of like, he's like getting addicted to something, and it had put him into a hospital before, and you know, it had put them in the hospital before, and then they still continue to do it, you know, to be addicted to that. So then I was having this conversation and I'm like, did you talk to that person yet? And then he was like, no, I haven't yet. He's okay for now, but I'm gonna say something once I see that he's getting off track. That, you know, like, that's what he said. So what I said, like, that made me reflect on our friendship, that I ended up telling that person that, thank God I had somebody that didn't wait until I'm over the edge. The moment she knew, like I said, the moment Tracy knew, she felt that I was going there. Even if I haven't started, she felt that I was going there. In that hole, she immediately said something. And like, and I keep telling that person that, like, you know, this is how people lose people, because they wait until somebody is over, like, they wait until the person's right on the edge. You don't wait. You don't wait until that person's over the edge, because what if on that time everything that you said when they're already over the edge is not processing in their mind?
Right.
You're too late. You're too late once they're out, like, they're over the edge. You help them the moment you see it. You help them the moment they start thinking about things. You don't help them when they're about to, when it's like, you know. So that's why I'm like telling you, you have been very impactful in my life. Like, you don't give yourself enough credit, especially probably other people too. And you always say them, and that's good that you tell them that, you don't know, it's all you, because that also helps them think that, oh, okay, I can do it for myself. But also, it doesn't excuse the fact that you did have a big impact on people's life, you know.
Aw, that's so cute, babe. The fuck? I have a hard time accepting compliments sometimes. Rico, pakinain mo naman.
Yan na naman siya. Oh my God. So much of the time I ever had. Like,
Aray, boy.
ano siya?
Shit is hurting.
Ano, cuticle mo yun.
Okay, but you're right. I don't give myself enough credit sometimes. I do say that to people because I feel like I always feel like I was put into people's life for them to realize their worth. I feel like, you you know, I feel like I am somehow a person. If I can do it for you, that means you can do it for yourself. So I feel like I'm just like a start, like ano yung tawag doon? It's just
Like the
a
start
push.
one. Yeah.
A push. So I was just like,
Jump start.
a jump start, you know. But in reality, I want people to also give credit to themselves, because I may be the jump start, but you did it all on your own. You know, like I was just there to guide you, or to be there for you, or to support you. Just like what I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, where I was just telling her, like, you don't need to wait, like you were saying, you don't need to wait till somebody's like ready to hear you. Let me hear you, like let somebody. What if someone naturally wants to be there for you? But yeah, no, like, thank you for that, V. I really appreciated that. That literally made me feel.
I say, like, I reflect on our friendship, and you do help fucking a lot. Like, you did help a lot, and I don't think you see that.
Like people, or like you?
Well, me personally, and also other people. So, like, when people says like things about your friendship with them, take it for what they say it, because trust me, I'm alive because of you.
Don't say that.
No, for real. Like, I'm alive because of you. Like, stop.
What does that mean? What do you mean you're alive because of me?
Because you believed in me. You believed that I could, like, get. Ano ba yan? Papaya. Oh. Like, 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 yung parang yung linya, you believed that I could cross that line. And I did. Ang ina ka! Nag-ano ako, di ko makita! Kaya ka nasusugatan eh. Okay. Hindi ka umayos, Tracy. Diba? Activity. Continue this activity. Diba?
Yeah, so,
But yeah, like, honestly, like, you do have a big impact in people's life. So when they say it, don't like, don't like, no, I don't, ako lang ha, like, no. I mean, yeah, ikaw lang to, but like, ikaw to, si Tracy ka, you know what I mean? Like,
that's so cute.
yeah, like,
you actually make me cry sometimes.
you have no idea how you, like, help people. I don't think you see it, and I see it because I'm the bystander. I'm the one that, like, especially when you're interacting, I don't know who commented, Katai, when you were talking to Katai, and what do you call that? What's her name? The other friend, Sophia. Katai was like, because I was looking at you, and I was like, I was like that, and then you were just telling them stories, or you were talking, and then Katai was like, it's the way you look at her, and I'm like, yeah.
I look at you the same sometimes.
Yeah,
like, I actually all the time. I like it's actually.
I know,
cute.
and then that's the thing.
Our
like,
friendship is like
it's very like giving.
That's
genuine.
why everybody. It's giving genuine and very pure. I think my friendship with you taught me a lot as well about my worth. I feel my friendship with you and Ananya, because she's gonna hear this and she's gonna be like, what about me? Just kidding. No, but with my friendship with you and Ananya has taught me a lot of knowing that I actually do have real, genuine, and pure love coming from people. Like, like, it was so hard for me to realize that it's actually possible for me to have people in my life that genuinely appreciate me. And the thing is, I'm not here to like seek for people's validations, but you give that reassurance to me without asking.
Of course.
You like, I know that you tell me that, like, that I am like that for you, but you're also the same way as to me.
You're probably like that to everybody too.
And because of that, it made me be more of a better person.
Yeah, me too.
Because that just proves to me that, oh my God, like,
yeah,
it's the love that
we have for each other.
Yeah, and I feel people, I
really think that's why people get so threatened with their friendship, because we just have we have boundaries towards each other. We also have
And you know
love.
what? It wasn't a perfect, like, it, I don't
wasn't
know what
perfect.
perfect is for people, to be honest. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we had our downfalls. We
Yeah.
had our little bit of, like, you know, misunderstanding. But we were young. We were not, we were just growing people. Tangina naman talaga. Oh, sabi na ng bad trip ako. Pero ang refund dito eh.
Tangina ka din ginagawa. Popost ko yun sa TikTok. Sabihin ko, tang-inang tong customer na to, hindi na nga ito nagbabayad. Manghingi pa ng refund. Kakaiba, iba din. Scammer na artista to. Tang-ina. Kaya yaman, B.
It doesn't hurt. Trust me, it's fine.
Pero you know, your cuticle is so healthy now. And I only did it once. It's not dead.
It's, yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's no dead that came up here too.
Oh, the one, the white spot?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What's your meals? The after hours. Lang sa kala.
Yeah,
But
yeah, like you naman. You know, my boyfriend was like, you and Tracy, whenever you guys talk very, like, I respect the talk that you guys have, but at the same time, you guys gush about your love for each other every single conversation.
he becomes the third wheel.
Yeah, like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I became vocal with my feelings.
That's not true.
I know, right?
But you've been vocal today. You've been vocal. It's just that
it's now that I no longer have a reservation to say it.
You just say it now because
I wanna say it. You know, period. Because Tracy lang sa kalam.
Period. I think it's also like it's just you. You just forgot a part of you that you were reminded of because I was in your life way before pre-trauma. You know.
You know when people tell me like, yesterday Olivia was like, yeah, I noticed that you're slowly getting back to yourself, and like, bro, that's the biggest fucking compliment ever because. That's how I lost myself, and for people to notice that I'm coming back to myself, it's such a like, oh my god, thank God I am, because I'm working towards that, you know, towards getting myself back, taking my power back, and everything. So yeah,
nice. Like it because.
So yeah, that's
self-heal, you guys. Healing is the most painful, most craziest, most uncomfortable, yet most fulfilling and most beautiful and prosperous journey that you could ever be in. Because the moment you start telling yourself, I deserve better, you start to do things for yourself that creates such a fulfillment in your life. Because why don't you want to give yourself everything that you do? Why do you think you don't deserve happiness? Why do you think you don't deserve anything? Regardless of your past, regardless of all the things you've done mistakes wise, that doesn't really determine whether or not you deserve of such thing. And I feel people are so hard on themselves when it comes to the past of things that has happened or they've done, where sometimes that shit it's no relevant in your life anymore. That past version of you no longer exists. The person that you are now is not related to the past version of yourself, unless you still stuck on your past. Then you gotta let that shit go. That person, the old version of you, she doesn't exist anymore.
If you're worried, you're worrying about a wrong thing. Worry about the 16 years old you. What did she need at that moment? Worry about the inner child in you.
Yeah, if you ever want to go back to past, yes, tap into the healing. What do you think the past version of yourself deserves?
Yeah,
your inner child traumas.
Heal that, baby girl, because I'm telling you.
We said this in the old video too. Like,
yeah.
Like, heal that 25, like 26
heal
Like 6
every
years.
fucking every moment of your life that you feel like deserve justice. Heal that version of you.
Ask yourself, what would you tell the younger version of yourselves? What would you tell yourself, the younger version, if you were to talk to the younger version of yourself? What would you tell her? What would you tell him? Would you be hard on her? Would you be so judgmental of her? Would you shame her for the things that she's done? Or would you embrace her and tell her that, you know what? I forgive you, and everything that you were feeling were valid. The trauma you felt is not a part of you. It's not who you are. And embrace that version of you, because you wouldn't have been in your position. You wouldn't have been learning what you've learned if it weren't for that person. If it weren't for that younger version of
If
yours.
it weren't for you.
Yeah. So
People don't give themselves. I think it's also like giving yourself enough credit.
yeah, that's true. We're so quick to be there for people,
But
and
not
to
towards
but not towards ourselves, and not for, you know, like, you're so quick to give. You know, that's something I'm working on too, like taking my own damn advice, you guys. And I'm learning to be my own soulmate, lover, friend, mom, dad, anyone,
everything.
you know, everything to myself. And this is not to sound self-conceited. It's just that it's coming from a pure heart that I feel like I
Serve that.
so then I can be that for other people. You know, I need to be that person for myself first, so I can be there for you. Like, I used to think that, like, say for example, in your relationship, I need you to take care. I want someone to take care of me and love me and da 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 da. I think my statement has changed. I think for me now is that I need you to take care of you, so you can take care of you. Take care of you first, so you can take care of me, or
us.
Us, the relationship that we have, or the friendship that we have. Because then you wouldn't be able to have that, you know, like, commitment or whatever if you're not committed to yourself first. Shit, where did that come from?
Period.
Yeah. So yeah, am I ready for? People ask me that, like, I want to talk about, like, love, because I feel like people ask me, like, oh, do you want love, da 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 da. Like, when I think about love, I don't just think about a relationship. I feel like when I think about love, I think about
every
aspect of love. Like, having to, like, waking up in the morning and drinking the first sip of my coffee or my tea or whatever, I feel that's love. Like, looking at the sunset and watching, you know, the sun goes down, and that's love. I feel that's so much, like, that's love. I love seeing the sun. I love seeing the rain. I love seeing, and then I feel like I have love in every corner. I feel like my simple thing, when my mom does little things that makes me feel love, when you make me feel love, I feel like that's love. I found the love. There's love in every form. I feel like I just don't think of, like, a man specifically or a partner, I feel like. And I feel like when people there's a whole misconception of what they think love is. They think that love is only with, like, a man or a woman or a relationship or a partner. Yes, it is an addition for the love that you already have, but it's not just what love is. You know? So yeah, what do you think is, like, for you, when you met the person, or your man, your husband, your fiance, your soulmate, your whatever,
my everything.
Your everything. What do you think was the feeling that you felt when you started to realize, you know what, this is it, this is the love of my life? And
honestly, it was the first time I saw him.
I told you. But like, I have a question because
Okay.
when you first met him, let's be honest.
Uh-huh.
Because I was in it. I was in this lifetime. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you still when you first met him?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean that when you first met him, you knew? You knew, right?
I knew that it was like, if I jump into this, it's scary. And I was never like, I you know me. I don't when
But you
it's.
know what the fucked up thing is, that when you were going through, because I was there,
Mm-hmm.
you did mention him
Mm.
the very beginning.
Yeah.
I was just not paying attention because you were kind of confused
Within
about
another person.
another person and whatnot. But you kind of had this idea. You already mentioned him to me, but we weren't paying attention to him at that moment because there was a blockage or some sort of like something
There was another
like a resistance there that you weren't willing to kind of face. It was a fear, it was an obstacle that needed to be removed in order for you to have that encounterment with him.
Yeah.
Right?
So your question is, what was your question?
Oh my god.
There was no question there.
Question was, how you said you knew. What did you know? Can you explain that for me? Because a lot of people think. So I just had this conversation with someone like, where I'm like, when people tell me like, how do you know if this is the right person for you or whatever, like or the person that you're with is the person that you're supposed to be with. I always answer it with, when you know, and
to me, it was.
What does that mean to you? When you know, because a lot of people want to know what you know. What is that feeling that made you feel like, I knew this is the person for me? Because apparently it's such a lazy fucking answer for people when
because
people
it's
tell
not
them
something that you can describe. Words cannot describe the feeling of when you know, you fucking know. And best believe you know. Trust me. Like, it's hard to describe it because it's just a feeling. It's your gut feeling telling you that, oh, this is it. That was it. Okay, I'm putting everything down.
Do you think people... Do you think when someone's new and then they
self-sabotage it.
What do you think it's possible that to know the person that's meant for them, but somehow still fail to be with this person?
Because we're not comfortable with anyone in this life, I don't think is ever comfortable of knowing their other half. Like, no one is.
Some people are they don't want to tap into, like, they don't want to believe they are meant for with someone.
I almost did that with my man right now. I almost did that because I knew that when I go jump into him, it's all the way in, and it's no going back. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like a black hole.
I love this conversation because
You're right. It's like a black hole. So when you jump into a black hole, there's no way for you to get back. And that's why I was scared when I saw him. I was scared, and I'm like,
do you think it has a lot to do with knowing your worth as a person?
Yes,
it's like,
guys
if
have
you
a lot.
don't feel worthy of yourself, you don't think you deserve this type of love.
And also, honestly, it also comes with how you witness what love is.
It comes out. Yes. What you thought love was.
You wouldn't recognize it if you don't know what type of love you deserve.
It comes out also with your inner child, like trauma per se, right? Like, it has a lot to do with what you thought love was based off your
and then
like, I feel like it's just like what you thought. Like, for example, for me, I feel I somehow stopped believing in love when I was younger because I thought it didn't exist because my parents didn't have a very successful marriage. And my dad and my mom, was separated, and he ended up leaving us and, you know, having a different family. So I thought it was just a betrayal, and I stopped thinking that love exists somehow, that it wasn't possible for people to have a successful love or marriage or whatever, right? Because of that, that's what my upbringing, that's what I saw from my parents, that they did love each other, yes, but it wasn't enough. And so when it comes to me growing up, I tend to self-sabotage what I think, well, because I thought the love was, you know, like I felt like everyone's gonna cheat. I felt like whoever I end up with, it was like, it's not possible for someone to commit to me fully, because I saw my own father betrayed his own family, the person that he's married with, you know, because, you know, like stuff like that. So I thought like everyone's gonna cheat somehow, or everyone's gonna leave me somehow, you know. So I didn't feel the need to believe love, you know. I lost what I thought love was because of what I saw as a child. And I think that's something I needed to unlearn, and I needed to learn through my healing journey that that was actually a trauma, and that shouldn't define what I think love is. And growing up, I've realized that now that love is not a feeling. It is.
Love is a feeling.
Love is a feeling.
But loving is a choice.
Loving is a choice. That's right. Yeah. Loving is a choice. And I think I realized that maybe my mom and my father was also as traumatized as they were, and they also were hurt, and, you know, so they didn't recognize, or maybe they weren't meant for each other, you know. And I've come to a conclusion that maybe they weren't the person for each other, you know. And now I realize that now my mom is happily like in her life, and my dad is also happy with his life, and it shouldn't define what I think is gonna happen to me. You know, it doesn't mean that it didn't work with my parents, doesn't mean it won't work with other people. You know. And so anyways, what was I trying to say? You like love, you know.
It comes with like
Knowing.
basically understanding.
So when you said, you know, it's basically something that beyond words can explain. And when it's something that's very intense, sometimes people try to run away from it.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I saw that.
What I was trying to do.
And I keep telling her that when it comes to this type of connection, it's gonna test you. It's gonna really test you, really. It's gonna test you if you recognize the love that you have, and if you're willing, because there's a difference between knowing that that this is toxic enough, and so you can walk away, you know. But there's a difference between self-sabotaging and settling. What I'm talking about is like knowing that this is the right for you, but you run away because you're scared of
commitment.
Scared of commitment, scared of thinking that, oh my god, is this it? Like, oh my god, like what if I fuck it up? What if I do something crazy? What if he leaves me? What if he does this? What if he's gonna, you know, you have these thoughts in your head that's actually not even true. So you tell yourself that maybe I'm not, but the moment you start telling yourself, you know what, I'm lovable, you know what, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, and and that's when you realize, I'm like, it's possible for someone to love me, of course, because I love myself. So why would someone love me the way I love me, you know? So, but when you don't love yourself, you don't recognize the type of love, or maybe if you don't love yourself, maybe if you're still a little bit healing with, because trauma, it comes up. You never know that trauma is a trauma until it comes up. You know, so maybe it's gonna test you. Once you have something great, it's gonna test you. Universe is gonna test you to know if you've learned through your healing journey
what you needed to learn,
and if you can recognize the type of love you think you deserve. So when you run away from it, you probably don't think you deserve that type of love. So you self-sabotage yourself and tell yourself, oh my god, I'm gonna run away from it. You know?
Because it isn't something that you're used to. isn't something that's, I don't think anyone's ever ready for for the kind of love that I'm experiencing right now.
I wasn't ready. I haven't experienced it, and I wasn't ready. You know.
So like, it's honestly a lot of work that you need to. That's one thing that people need to understand. That relationship is a lot of work. But
it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. Sorry, I disagree. It doesn't have to be. I think I want to rephrase it. Actually, I agree, but in a different way. It doesn't need to be a lot of work if you both are willing.
So that's what I mean. It's like people need to understand that it's a lot of work. You just have to know who you, because the person that you were with is going to make that easy. So it is a lot of work, but the person that you're with who's putting like the same effort as you doing the work makes it easy. And you don't see it as something that's a lot of work when someone is also cooperating with you instead of against you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
you and him. It's you and that person versus the problem.
Yeah, and that's what makes the partnership stronger, because you realize that we're a partner in this. We're together because we're doing this together. We're not doing this separately. We're not. You're not gonna face your problems or whatever it is that you're going through. You know, once you're in a partnership, you're no longer gonna be doing things on your own. I mean, you can do it, like, I mean, of course you have to work on yourself and etc. But when it comes to like relationship, when it comes to partnership, there's a collaboration there that you both know that you both are working towards, and it makes the relationship feel more valuable because you realize that you're no longer doing things on your own. You know, you are with somebody, you are with your partner that can make your life, make things easier when you're with the right person. You know,
when you're with the and honestly, that work, you're gonna be surprised when you end up with the person that is the right person for you and the person that you're actually meant to be. The work, you won't. It's just, it works naturally. Like you do the work naturally because you want to be with that person. It's about choosing and wanting to be with that person. You know, and that's why right now I'm learning and unlearning a lot of things with the people around me, not in just my relationship, but friendships as well. You know. I shouldn't keep that alive. So yeah.
I was telling this to somebody because I am in this position. Well, I am in a situation where well, I'll just give an example. Actually, I'm gonna use a different person. He's in a position of, he knows who he loves and he knows who he wants to be with. However, he doesn't think he is in the right mindset, or like he doesn't think he doesn't think he's worthy of being with her, for example. Like he holds this girl on the pedestal, like as if he's below her and she's up there, and he doesn't think that he belongs to her, that he thinks that he's just gonna end up hurting her and is gonna damage her or whatnot or whatever, right? But so then I told him, if you think that way, then yes, don't be with him. Don't be with her. Don't be with her because you don't think you don't think you're worthy enough of yourself yet, and you don't think you deserve something as good as her. So what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of men, actually, there's people that like, they think that they know who they want, they know who they love, but they stop themselves from being with this person because they think they're fucked up. They think they're not worthy of this type of relationship. They're not worthy to be with this. That self-sabotage, right? So what I told him is that was, yeah, you're not gonna be with her.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be with her if you think that way.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that, oh, I can't because I'm this, I'm fucked up, I'm this, I'm gonna hurt her, da, 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 da. So you're focusing so much of all the negatives that you are doing, but what you're not doing is you're not telling yourself that you know what? No, I am the man for this woman. No, I'm gonna work on myself for this.
How are you gonna see the person's worth if you don't know how
your
to
worth.
see your worth?
So I told him, I'm like, until you realize your own worth, until you realize that you deserve better and you deserve to be with the woman that you love, then you'll never be with her.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never achieve that relationship that you want. You'll never have that relationship that you deserve, because you're always going to think that you don't deserve to be with the person that you love because of this and this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say when, like, instead of be better for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you work on yourself, you're going to realize, you know what?
I don't deserve this.
You know what? I deserve better. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be with the love of my life. I deserve to be this and this and that. So you're going to go after what you want. But if you don't feel worthy enough of yourself, you don't feel enough for yourself, if you don't feel valuable yourself, then yes, you shouldn't be with her. Of course you shouldn't. Because I don't think she deserves to be with someone that doesn't feel that about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. But until then, then yeah, you can't be with her. But once you realize your worth, once you realize what you want, once you realize that this and that, and when you realize and you still know that she's the one for you, then that's probably the time that you both can unionize and be with each other, because then both of you can realize that this is what I deserve. I deserve to be with this person. She deserves to be with me, because I'm willing to work on myself, so I can work, so I can have this relationship, because I deserve this relationship. Just like what you guys have. You choose to be better for yourself, so you can be a better person for the relationship. So you can be a better partner for each other. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like knowing what you worth.
Understanding other people's worth as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, knowing what you... And that's the thing. It's like, you need to know what you need in order to... Because you're not going to understand people you don't understand yourself. You're not going to see people the way they need to be seen if you don't see yourself the way you need to see yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
So, like,
you know, I know the word I love you is very strong, of course that, but I think what matters to me now, what matters, I feel a little bit more than like loving me, is that seeing me. When a person says to you, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, that's what gives that power, that love, a lot more powerful. Because not only do I just love you, I actually also see you. I see you as a person. I see you as you are. I accept you for who you are, and I still love you anyways, because I'm willing to love every part of you, because I see you. I see you. I feel like when someone tells me I see you, I feel like, whoa, shit,
damn,
that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, seeing me is different than just loving me or being attracted to me and whatnot. Seeing me for who I am means so much more to me than just being attracted to me or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. That's him. That's my man right now. Is this like, can you feel this?
No.
This part, yeah. Yan na, pinalambot ko ba? Tapos, and
What? Oh yeah. So yeah, I think for me, I'm just, I feel like I believe that when you know, because I feel I know. I feel like I've always known, but I'm just gonna leave it all up to.
Also, let me get you guys excited. your person that is supposed to be in your life, the one that is meant for you, will see you, hear you, and like, what do you call that? You were saying, I see you, I hear you, like, because everyone just wants to be heard. Everyone just wants to be seen and understood. There you go. When you find the right person, you are gonna be understood. You will be seen in ways you didn't think you could be seen and heard and understood. And it was like, you're gonna be shocked. And you're gonna just, it's basically like, you don't have to translate your soul. You don't have to repeat yourself so many times. It's just, they just get it.
But learn from my experience, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I feel when I met my person, I hope you're hearing this. When I met my person, I would say it was so uncomfortable, the most uncomfortable feeling I have ever felt, because I have never been seen. I had never felt heard or whatnot. So when I was with him, when we were in a relationship, it felt really like, it felt brand new to me. It felt like as if, what in the fuck, what alien, like what type of alien is this person? How does he know me for real? How does he feel? How? Like, I was so mind blown about the amount of understanding and seeing and whatever. And because I wasn't healed enough to recognize all that, and maybe he wasn't either, I felt we had to run away from it, because I felt the need to, like, this was so scary. I have never felt such a mirror. And when you see your own reflection through that person's eyes, it's scary. Because, wow, you know?
Like, get the fuck out of my head.
Like, how you fucking serious? How did you not, you know? So, right? Like, does it not scare you? Like,
it does.
Like, your man see, like, you man is a mirror of you.
Everything.
Like, you look at him, like, you see your
he'll know where things are coming from.
You
like,
know, you see your own reflection through his eyes, and it's so scary. But then it used to be scary, but now I realize I'm like, it's actually a very beautiful thing to have someone to see you the way you want to be seen. And I think for me was the very tricky part for me was I ran away from it. And I think it was, well, we both run away from each other, I guess I would say that. But I guess for me is like, I needed to work on myself enough to know that if I can channel that love that I felt with me, I felt like, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like that relationship was my catalyst of knowing my self-worth and love and whatever. So I think when you're with the right person, or whatever you call it, I think it makes you a better person, and it makes you realize that
it makes you see you.
It makes you see you. Whoa, it makes you see you. Yeah.
Makes you see you. Diba? Pikit ka ng pikit. Ano ka?
Pipikit ako!
Ano ba yan? Nakalimutan ko na tawag doon. Blink ka ng blink. Tagalog ng blink.
But yeah. Honestly, I'm really happy. Like, when I saw you and your man, I felt I, like, recognized the love. And I know when love is real and when it's not, because I recognize it. So I no longer feel the need to tell people, like, oh, break up with him, every fucking problem that they go through. No, you don't. If you're a friend, first of all, I'm gonna, like, as a friend, if you're a real ass friend, you don't tell your fucking friend to break up with the fucking person that they love just because. And I know you want to be biased, you want to be you want to be that friend for this person, but honestly, recognizing that the love for your friends, having to feel that, you know what, like there's a difference with, obviously, as a friend, if you think that the person that they're with is so toxic that this and this and that, then yes, I will guide you and be like, you know what, yeah, like, no, I'm not gonna say, obviously I'm not gonna say leave him. I'm gonna tell her that, do you think you deserve this? Do you think you deserve to feel this way? Do you think you deserve to be treated this way? If you don't think you don't, then yeah, then maybe you should leave, or maybe you should do something about it. And yeah, if you it's knowing, it's like, it's all about knowing what you can, you know. So then if I, like, now that I'm seeing you with your man, I realize that I don't feel the need to, like, I want to guide you, of course, but I don't feel the need to, like, tell you what to do, because I know you know. It's your relationship. There shouldn't be, like, yes, let me be the person to guide you because I'm still your friend, but I wouldn't want to be,
break up with them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the decision for your relationship come from me.
And I think that's, like, what my man appreciates you. It's like, you consider both sides.
I do.
Even if I'm your friend, like, he likes the fact that this is his point and this is my point. And then you come into like, you don't really come into it, you let me decide, but you kind of, like, see it in the point of third person, and you tell me, like, okay, I understand where he's coming from, I understand where you're coming from, and now this is something that, you know, both of you need to do, or both of you needs to understand from each other. And it's like, it helps, you know, not to be biased. So it's like, it helps me to understand my partner and also understand myself, you know. So
maybe I should be a love girl. No, but yeah, because I've experienced that, like, moment of, like, sometimes you just, okay, I understand, sometimes when in a relationship, of course you're gonna run to your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your friends is the person you talk to when it comes to your relationship, right? And that's why it's very important to have a good friend, like a good friendship that could guide you through it all. And as a friend, I don't want to just be biased, because of course I know automatically, of course I'm going to be biased. I'm going to always root for my friend 100%. But I'm not going to sit there and tell my friend to break up with a partner just because of a small fucking problem. Or I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to agree to my friend. Like, say for example, my friend is cheating. Just because she's my friend, it doesn't mean I'm gonna allow her to do it. I'm gonna tell her what she's doing is wrong. But if you think this is what you want, and this is, I'm all about, like, if this is your decision, whether or not you think is right or wrong, that's on you. You do what you think is right for you. Because I know when someone is doing something wrong. I think you all know. I think you know. If you're doing something wrong, I think you know. Say for example, you're cheating. I'm gonna be like, I know what you're doing. I know you know what you're doing is wrong. So I don't feel the need to tell you that you're doing something wrong. Now, the whole thing comes down to, like, it's up to you whether or not you want to do it. But at the same time, as a friend, I think what you're doing is completely wrong, but it's your decision. If to me is wrong, if to you is right, then it's right. But that's just you. As a friend, I'm not gonna tell you to fucking do what you do. I'm gonna guide you. But whatever advice I give you, you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway.
Exactly. So why the fuck you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So, and at the end of the day, the only thing that you can blame yourself, the only person that you can blame is
yourself,
because you listen to other people. You know, like you not like that you cared about other people instead of your own well-being. But just because it's your fault doesn't mean you have the right to be mean to yourself, that you have the right to be like, oh, I don't deserve this. No. It's the fact that you're taking accountability and saying, you know what? I'm over this type of personality that I have. I'm over, like, you know, the thing is, have a fucking conversation with yourself, bro. Like, that's
you're the only person that can check yourself, really.
No, for real.
Like, you gotta sit yourself down and tell you what the fuck you're doing is wrong, and what not everything you do is right. I feel like you know when what you're doing is wrong. So if you think you know what you're doing is wrong, sit yourself down. Take that accountability. Self accountability is a very hard pill to swallow.
Oh yeah.
Telling yourself that, you know what, I fucked up. You know, like, take the victim mentality out of your system and realize that sometimes you could be the wrong too. You could be the fucking source of someone's pain and whatnot, that you probably might have done somebody wrong, and y'all gotta fucking take accountability of what the fuck you're doing wrong. And I think that's a strength for you to, like, as for your character to know, like, it's such a character development to know self accountability. You know,
to know when you've done something wrong.
Yeah, to know, to realize and recognize all the toxic habits, toxic traits that you have, because you do hurt people too. And, like, again, it's still a reflection of you. Maybe you whatever happens to you feels the need to hurt people. You gotta sit yourself down. That's when healing starts, when you gotta sit yourself down and tell yourself, what made me do this? Ask yourself, what made me do this to this other person? You know? And why did I do it? What do I need to work on in order for me to not make the same mistakes? Because we are not perfect.
No, nobody is.
Nobody is fucking perfect. If even the fucking higher up, even the president of this whatever country you're in, even whoever it is, there's no perfect person. There's no perfect human being. So no one can tell me otherwise, that what they're doing is always fucking right. Like, no baby girl, no baby boy, you're not always right. Take accountability. Sit yourself down. Be humble. Just like Kendrick Lamar says. Be humble. Sit down.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is all about you, but then everything is all about you.
Yeah. It's all about you, but the world does not revolve.
Period.
Around
there
you.
you go. It's all about you.
Because people think that the whole world revolves around them. There's a difference between knowing it's about you and knowing that, thinking that the world is revolving around them. Exactly. That's when it becomes toxic. Because do you really think I give a fuck about you like that? No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like, sit down.
Yeah, you know? Like, do you really think I give so much power and energy to put my whole...
Think I care.
You think I care?
It's so sad that you think I care.
You know? Not the whole... The whole world does not revolve around you. Okay? Exactly. There's a difference. Hope you guys know the difference.
Yeah, I hope other people knows the fucking difference. Shit.
Some people just think that everything is revolving around them. Every fucking breed of other people, they take it to as an offense or attacked. Baby, bitch, no. Do you really think I care about you like that? You must be delusional.
Honestly, to be honest, it's a compliment. Because you take my opinion really, that highly. Come on, dude, boy,
I'm all that, but I'm not.
Yeah, you, come on, why do you care about me? It's just me.
Ako lang to. I'm a person that can highly trigger people, to be honest. So if you can't handle me in your life, you can handle the honesty and the most, thing.
If you're not ready to face yourself, basically don't be friends with her.
Yeah, because I feel because then I'm gonna become a villain in your life. Then I don't want that, so just leave me the fuck alone.